Hey guys, what's up? This is real time. This is October, I believe 16th. Yeah, it's October 16th. Well, further ado, my luck has ran out again. That's dead. Here is the engine. This is that engine that I got a hold of. Well, the crank cover will not work after I figured out some other issues. My dad and I were looking at the problem and seeing what we could do to fix the problem, and there's really no way to fix the problem. So, let me do some belt removal so I can get to something. So here's the problem. I need to run with this pulley. That ain't a big deal. That can go on any shaft. Well, what the big problem is, this crankcase cover is different. And it also requires a short shaft. Small bore, short shaft with that cover. Okay, you guys wonder what's wrong with this engine. This is the original 1972 engine for this 1972 Montgomery Ward's dual stage 8 horsepower snow thrower. Okay, the problem with this engine. The bottom end of this motor was perfect. With the top it had two bad valves, 2 clap valve springs. Cam sitting over there with, I believe, the tappets. I don't remember where the tappets are at. But here's the problem. Here's what's wrong with the top end. See all that scoring? Camera can't justify the scoring. Well, anyways, in this cylinder, I homed it, but there's still some massive scoring in that cylinder. See it right there? That's just the start of it. Then we happen to put the piston back in. So the only way to fix this block is bored out 5 thou, or you're going to have piston slop again. And what makes it worse is I can't get a machine shop to bore that 5 over so I can drop 5 over piston in it. And on top of that, you can't get the valves, you can't get the valve springs for this motor. So basically that motor's shot. Well, further ado, I put on this starter, that starter and flywheel thing. You guys probably, whatever, I don't remember what I did. So, took the cover off from, I had that cover laying over there with that crank. So I took that cover off, put it on this motor, ended up finding out it's a heavy duty style with a roller bearing in it. Okay, that ain't a big problem. So I decided to pull the crank out. Here is where the problem lies. She's a big bore crank. You guys can see the stuff in it. That's called a big bore crank. Big bore hole. Okay, that still don't make any sense for you guys probably. Here's the problem with this crank. I just laid this cover on here. Idiot. Give it a second. Doing this live in one take. This is called a small bore crank. Exact same cranks. There's no difference in the cranks. They're mic'd the same, everything. And this is a small bore crank. Big bore crank, small bore. I put them both in the picture for you so you can see both of them. Oh, maybe. There you go. See the big difference in the big bore and small bore cranks? Small bore hole. Speak English. It'll help. So this is what the problem is. What do I do, guys? It's a 9-year freaking project. I'm trying to find a engine for the snow thrower. Okay, big bore measures out at, and let me make sure it's zeroed out. It's out by 1 thou. She measures out at 30 thou, rough-ish. About 30 thou, depends on where you're at on the crank. And this is measured at 20. Depends on where you're at, 25.5 millimeters. Almost 26. It just depends on where you're at on this crank. Alright. Let me make sure she's still zeroed out. The journal is 28.5. This journal is 28.5-ish. Actually a little bit bigger, but 28.5-ish. 28.5-ish. So the board's the same. Now that's my problem, guys, is I got a small bore crank and a big bore crank, and I thought I could swap them around until I realized how massive that hole is. That's one massive hole. And for further ado, have you guys seen a 94 Briggs this clean? I have never seen a 94 Briggs this clean at all. And guess what it also has, guys? Let's see if I can... I don't know if you guys can see this crosshatch. Maybe if I get the camera just right, you guys might just... Yeah, there you go. See the cross hatching? This motor ain't that old. Look at the cam. Cam's got little wear on it. But anyways, further ado, that's why I grabbed this motor, because it has some high compression. I knew this motor didn't have much hours. But 72, 94, 2 different blocks, 2 different bore cranks. But all the parts were interchanged. That cover fits that block cover goes to that motor. Starter goes on this, flywheel goes on this. You just can't interchange the cranks. Cams are the same. I believe the valves are the same on this. I think. I don't know. Maybe somebody could correct me. Carburetor and exhaust will fit this one will fit this one. So, yep, that's what I have. So now I got to assemble this motor back together, take off my starter, put the factory flywheel back on this, put this, I'm going to RTV silicone this cover back on, put a note, no engine on it, no oil in it, and I'm going to lay it up there on top of that shelf. So, if somebody could help me on this issue, I would be really appreciated, because I am about ready to throw this sucker right out the door. 9 years and I still haven't got it up and running. So, this is October 16th-ish, I believe. Yeah, October 16th, and I have to get this sucker running before winter. It was my goal back 2013. This is I tried to start working on it in 2013, bought 3 or 4 engines for it, and none of them ever worked. Just like that one. So 3-4 years later, I'm still trying to fix this thing. So if you guys can give me an idea of what's going on and how I can fix this issue. Alright, catch you guys later.